N-400 Arrest History, Part 2. Court Outcome Explained, USCIS Naturalization. Andrea and David remain seated in the same quiet USCIS interview room. The discussion continues smoothly from Part 1, where David explained a past arrest related to an expired driver's license and confirmed that it was properly disclosed on his N-400 application.
David, in Part 1 you explained the arrest itself very clearly. Now I'd like to focus more on what happened afterward. My main question for this segment is, did that arrest result in a court case?
Yes, Officer Andrea. After the arrest, I was given a notice to appear in court. It was a traffic court case, not a criminal court case, but I still had to appear before a judge.
Thank you for clarifying that. Let's go step by step. As a follow-up, did you attend the court hearing as required?
Yes, I did. I went on the scheduled date. I didn't miss the hearing, and I arrived early because I wanted to make sure everything was handled properly.
Good. And during that court appearance, were you represented by an attorney?
No, officer. I didn't hire a lawyer because the issue was minor, and I understood what the charge was. The court also provided clear instructions.
Understood. Another follow-up. Did the judge review the facts of the arrest and give you an opportunity to explain?
Yes, the judge asked me to explain what happened. I told the judge that my license had expired and that I had already renewed it before coming to court. I also explained that I hadn't received the renewal notice because I had recently moved.
Thank you. That context is helpful. One more follow-up for this segment. Was the case resolved during that same court appearance, or did it require multiple hearings?
It was resolved during the same hearing. After reviewing my updated license and my explanation, the judge made a decision right away.
Very good. That shows the case was handled efficiently. As we continue, I'll ask more about the final decision and whether there were any lasting consequences. Now let's talk about the outcome itself. My main question for this segment is, what was the court's final decision in your case?
The judge decided to reduce the situation to a minor traffic infraction. I was not convicted of a criminal offense. The judge ordered me to pay a fine and complete a short traffic safety class.
Thank you. That's an important distinction. As a follow-up, did the judge impose any probation, jail time, or suspended sentence?
No, officer. There was no probation, no jail time, and no suspended sentence. Once I paid the fine and completed the class, the case was considered finished.
Good. Another follow-up. Did you understand the court's instructions clearly at the time?
Yes, the judge explained everything clearly. I was given written instructions about the fine amount, the deadline, and how to enroll in the traffic class.
And did you comply with all of those instructions on time?
Yes, I did. I paid the fine before the deadline, and I completed the traffic class within the required time. I also kept the paperwork to show completion.
That's very important. One more follow-up. Did the court provide any document showing that the case was closed?
Yes. After everything was completed, I received confirmation that the case was closed. I also requested a copy of the court record showing the final disposition.
Excellent. Having documentation is always helpful. In the next segment, we'll discuss how this court outcome relates to your immigration record and naturalization eligibility. David, we've discussed the arrest and the court decision. My main question for this segment is, did this court outcome have any immigration consequences for you?
No, Officer Andrea, it did not. The case was handled as a minor traffic matter, and I was told it did not affect my immigration status.
Thank you. As a follow-up, did you ever receive any notice from immigration authorities related to this arrest or court case?
No, I never received any letters or notices from immigration about it. I continued renewing my status as usual, and there were no problems.
Understood. Another follow-up. Did you ever leave the United States after this incident and re-enter?
Yes, I traveled once about 2 years later to visit family abroad and then returned to the U.S. I had no issues at the airport, and no questions were raised about the arrest.
That information is helpful. One more follow-up for this segment. Did you disclose this arrest and court outcome on all immigration forms after it happened?
Yes, I did. Anytime a form asked about arrests or court cases, I answered, yes, and provided the details. I wanted to be consistent and truthful every time.
Very good. Consistency across applications is extremely important. In the next segment, I'll ask about your understanding of court outcomes and how USCIS reviews them. For our final segment today, I want to focus on your understanding. My main question is, do you understand how USCIS evaluates court outcomes when reviewing an N-400 application?
Yes, officer. I understand that USCIS looks at the type of offense, the final court decision, and whether the applicant completed all court requirements. They also look at whether the applicant was honest about the situation.
That's correct. As a follow-up, why do you think the final outcome matters more than just the arrest itself?
Because an arrest alone doesn't always mean someone did something serious. The court outcome shows whether the person was convicted, what the offense was, and how responsibly they handled the situation.
Exactly. Another follow-up. How does your court outcome reflect on your overall behavior since then?
I believe it shows that I made a mistake, corrected it, and moved forward responsibly. I followed the court's instructions, and I haven't had any legal issues since then.
Very good. One last follow-up before we conclude Part 2. If USCIS asked you for court records today, would you be able to provide them?
Yes, officer. I have copies of the court disposition, proof of payment, and the class completion certificate. I can provide them if needed.
Excellent, David. Your answers show a clear understanding of the process and responsibility. This concludes Part 2. In Part 3, we'll move into final clarifications and confirm that there are no other legal issues that could affect your naturalization. Vocabulary note. Court case, a legal matter reviewed by a judge, notice to appear, an official document ordering someone to go to court, final decision, the court's last ruling on a case, Infraction, a minor violation, usually less serious than a crime. Immigration consequences, effects on legal status or ability to remain in the U.S. Disclose, to give complete and honest information. Court outcome, the final result of a legal case. Disposition, official record showing how a court case ended.